Hello, welcome to this video. This is Prabjot Usmani here with the County of Fairfax Solid Waste Management Program. Today, you will be viewing a video on how to fill out the new annual recycling report form that is now an online format. In previous years, we have provided this form for submitters to fill out in a paper or PDF form, but we have decided in this year to transition to an online form for the ease of staff, but also for the ease of all of the entities and businesses and collectors that are filling out this form. In an effort to provide a little bit of an easier transition for folks, we have decided to just go ahead and record this video. And now I will show you how to fill out this form. So when you open up the link that was provided in the email and that is on this web page, you will open up this form, this online submission form. First, you're going to start with the business name. Then you are going to provide the full name of the person completing the form. And then the email address for the form, for the person submitting the form. And then you will also be providing the name of the general manager or the business owner. Then you will be providing the primary business contact information phone number for the person that owns the business. And then you will also be required to submit an alternative phone number in case we are not able to contact or connect to the primary phone number provided. And remember, these little asterisk marks that are after each of the fields where the information is requested means that this information is required. You will not be able to submit the form successfully unless all required fields are submitted. Now moving on, you are going to select your business type. This is essentially the type of business that you are, depending on what you are maybe recycling or in the industry of. So here's a plethora of choices to choose from. If you're general or none of the categories fit above, you can always select general. So I've gone ahead and selected general. And now we are going to begin the portion where we talk about the materials that are collected that you will be reporting on. As a reminder, you will be required to make a selection choice for material section A and material section B. You'll be reminded of this in this note right here. In section A, we are going to select cardboard. In section B, we will select plastic. For every item that is selected, a set of drop-down questions will pop up for you to submit the accurate information that you would be reporting that was previously provided in the PDF version of this document or of this report. In case you do not have any items that are reported in that section, so say I had cardboard here and that's all I collected, but I didn't collect anything from the list below materials collected B, you would just select none of the above. But for now, we are going to stick with plastic. And now we move on to the section. This is cardboard. So you will be entering in the total weight collected in calendar year 2024 for recycling, and only numbers can be entered here. No letters will be allowed in this section or in this field. You will then select the unit of measurement. You can only make one choice here. And then question 3 is the weight an actual or an estimate. You will select one choice here. Then question 4, is there a significant difference in tons collected from calendar year 2023 to 2024? We have gone ahead and defined what a significant difference is. So if there was a 20% difference or about 500 tons, whichever is greater from that of the previous year. If you select yes, a question will pop up below for you to explain the increase or decrease. So maybe you could say whatever is like normal for your business. Maybe you just didn't collect as much cardboard, but then you should provide a quick explanation as to why. If you select no, that question will not pop up. For now, we will select yes and put in that we collected more because we had an increase in customers recycling cardboard. This is not the exact example you should use or text, but this is just an example of that you will be required if you select yes for number 4 to provide a quick explanation in 4A. Now to cardboard, where the recyclables sent to multiple processors. We understand that for some people filling out this form, certain materials are sent to a variety of processors, so we wanted to provide an option for that. Let's say yes. In the following question, you're going to name where the processor where the material was taken. If this material is processed at more than one location, please enter in the name of the processor and the amount processed. We've gone ahead and provided a format here of what that would look like. So I would put in County of Fairfax, and again, this is just an example. We dropped off 2,000 or 2,000 tons, and then Joe Schmo is the other processor that was taken to. We took 5,000 tons there. In the case where you have sent, if you would like to provide us with information, a little extra information as to the different types of materials that you sent. So maybe you had sent, and this would be an example for maybe metals. If you had decided that you had sent like a certain type of cardboard to a certain processor and then a different type of cardboard to another, you can go ahead and provide that information if you like, simply by just adding another dash and just put corrugated, and then maybe up here you put, we sent the non-corrugated cardboard, just to differentiate. In 7, we are asking you to verify that these multiple processors, if you sent them to more than just one, add up to the total provided. And the total that was provided that we are referring to is the total that is in question 1. So 10,000 is what I put here, 10,000 tons were collected for recycling. This number, this subtotal here should add up to that. So right now it doesn't. So let's just make that an even 5, and that's what it should be for 10,000 tons. So now that adds up to the correct total, so you select yes. Was this material backhauled by your process or processed by your company? You would select yes, and then we would just put in the information, the contact information. So I'm just going to type in some random numbers here, but you should be putting in the actual contact information. And I'm going to put in the address was Government Center Parkway, Fairfax, Virginia. And there you go. If this was not backhauled, you can just select no. And now we're going to move on to plastic containers and plastic bags and film. Put in the total here. We'll put in 1,000 cubic yards or pounds. Let's select pounds. We'll put in that it was an estimate and that there was no significant difference. These were not sent to multiple processors, so I'm selecting no. And the name of the processor, again, we're going to follow the similar formatting as provided before in that little text above. As it was only sent to one processor, I just have to put in one line of what the processor was and the amount sent there. If there were no multiple processors, but the total listed here in question 6 matches what was provided in question 1, you can proceed and just select yes. Let's state it was not, this material was not backhauled. You would select no. And then in question 9, since it wasn't backhauled, we would just enter in NA. After you are done confirming that all the responses to these different materials is correct, for cardboard and for plastic, you move on to the certification of forms. And there are 3 different fields here. You would certify that the information provided is true to the best of your knowledge and belief, that it reflects the materials collected in the county, and these records shall be made available for auditing purposes. You will enter in your name in print as the signature and acknowledgement of this. You will also be required to enter the date of the signature in the submission form, which today is January 9th, 2025. You will then certify that you have the authorization or permission to submit the annual recycling report on the behalf of the business you are reporting for. You will then enter your name in print as the signature. Please ensure that when you go to the bottom, you select the option for send me a copy of my responses, and then you type in the email you would like the copy of your responses sent to. We highly recommend that you do this just so you have record that you submitted a form, and then you can also see what you have submitted. And a reminder, before you hit submit, you can only hit submit and the form will only be completed when all required sections have been filled out. So anything with a star asterisk must be filled out for you to be successful. In the case that there is some information that you do not have, or you have to go back and look for that data and information, we highly recommend that you save this online form as maybe a Word document, or you just print it out from the browser, and then you just come back when you have the time and all of the accurate information to go ahead and fill it out. Now that everything looks correct based on what I know, I will click submit, and you will be provided with the following confirmation message, basically stating that we will contact you, or if we have any questions about your submission, you can go ahead and contact us. Thank you very much for your time, and we hope that you have a relatively more easy time filling out the form this year. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can go ahead and email us at the email provided.